Hi students, in previous class we have discussed about working with we have discussed about what are web technologies like client side and server side technologies. All these we have discussed. So I'll recap a few things and I will continue with the next options. So this student So this batch duration is 2 months. So within 2 months, we are going to discuss about all this. So to learn Django, students should know Python first. So they should know at least core Python. Then if they know core Python, they can learn Django. And they should know a little bit of HTML, not in depth, only just basics. So if they know a little bit of HTML, then it will be easy for them to understand the examples. And CSS, jQuery, Bootstrap, all these we are going to see we'll see the examples. So when you see the examples, then you can understand easily why we are using HTML in Django, CSS, JavaScript, jQuery, Bootstrap. All these we are going to discuss. And here in the classes we are going to discuss about Django features, then design patterns, and then we are going to discuss about MVC design pattern, MVT design pattern, and we'll discuss about creating a virtual environment. Okay, and then Django installation, and we'll discuss about installing Sublime IDE, integrated development environment. So while working with Django, I'm going to use this IDE, Sublime. So many other IDEs are there, like Atom is there, Komodo, then Eclipse, NetBeans, and PyCharm, many are there. So we can use any one of these, whatever I said, and you can work with Django. After that, we are going to discuss about multiple applications in the project, and then application level URLs. Then we'll see how to create templates here, like HTML files. And while working with templates or HTML files, so we are going to use all the UI technologies. So here you can see we are going to use HTML, HTML5, JavaScript, cascading style sheets, then jQuery, Bootstrap, document object model. So all these we are going to use in this HTML files or templates we are going to use. Okay, so here when we say about Django, so Django is a framework used for developing websites. Okay, so to create websites, then Django framework is used, and it is completely in Python, developed in Python. So it has Python files or modules are there. Okay, so here Django we are using to write the server side code. So to write a backend coding or server side coding, so Django we are going to use. Okay, but here we are going to focus on designing and coding both. So here we'll see how to design the pages, then writing the designing the pages. After that, writing the code. All these will be there. So whenever we do designing, then we have to use whenever we do designing, we have to use UI technologies we have to use. Okay, and whenever we say backend coding or when we say server side technologies, then we have to use Django. We should use it is the backend framework or server side technology used to write server side code. Okay, and here when we say about UI technologies, all these works in the browser, and Django and other backend frameworks works in server side. They are going to work, and here while working with HTML pages or files, we are going to use the template tags, and we are going to use a template tag code we are going to use. So template tag code we are going to use here. So template tags and template tag code is there. This will call it as Jinja 2 code. Jinja 2 language name is Jinja 2, version 2 we are saying. So these are used to access the data from the server, sending it to the server. So whenever you want to work with the dynamic data, so whenever you want to show dynamic data in the browser, then we are going to use this template tags, template tag code. So template tags, template tag code we are going to use here. And here you can see after this, see here we are going to see many examples with the template tags or a template tag code we are going to use here. And here you can see after this we are going to discuss about models, then Django forms, model forms, and we are going to discuss about advanced template features. In advanced template features, we are going to discuss about template inheritance and template filters, custom filters, all these are there. In here you can see advanced model features are there. We are going to discuss about model inheritance. So in model inheritance, we are going to discuss about abstract. We are going to discuss about abstract base class inheritance, multi-table inheritance, and multi-level inheritance, multiple inheritance, proxy model inheritance. All these we'll discuss. After that, we are going to discuss about a model manager, custom manager, all these are there. After that, we'll discuss about security, session management, function-based views, class-based views. In function-based views and class-based views, we'll perform third operations like create, retrieve, update, delete, like adding records, viewing records, editing records, deleting records. All these we are going to discuss. Okay, and here we'll discuss about middleware services, object relational mapping. So in when students learn Python, in Python classes, students will learn about SQL commands. Okay, so to integrate with the database, to connect to database, in Django, we are not going to use SQL commands. In the place of SQL commands, we are going to use ORM, object relational mapping. So it is again Python code. So using this Python code, what we can do is we can create tables, we can add records, viewing, editing, deleting records, and filtering the data. See, if you want to know Python, if you want to learn Python, I can provide my videos like Python core and advanced Python videos are there. So if you are interested to continue with Django, then I can provide the videos. Like I can give core Python videos I can provide. So you can see the videos and with the help of the notes you can learn. Okay, that I can do it. But again, Python concepts means, but Python concepts I will not cover here. So videos I'm giving for the student. Okay, like this is from my side, because if you are really interested to learn Django, then I can from my side I can share the videos to you, so that when you have time you can learn, you can practice all these, you can do it. Okay, so here you can see Django REST API is there. So here we are going to discuss about many examples related to REST API here, representational state transfer application program interface. So yesterday also I've told this, like in internet we can see websites and web services. Okay, websites like we know like what are websites, and some of you may be knowing about web services also. So web service means it is a program. Okay, so that program we can use in Django website, in Java website, in .NET website, in any website it can be used, because whatever information it will give, like whatever information we'll get from REST API, it is in JSON format. JavaScript object notation is there. So it is just like a plain text only, like a plain information. And using REST API or RESTful services, we'll say RESTful services. RESTful services means they can store information and they can access. So we can access from the service. So storing information is possible in RESTful services. So they can be used in any application, in any website, not only Django website, in any website. And they can be used in any device, in any software. We can use web services. It will work. All the examples we'll see in REST API. After that, we are going to discuss about web hosting also. So web hosting means whatever website we create, then we'll see how to deploy it in internet server, how to publish in internet server, and accessing like all these we can do with web hosting. So then if it is placed in internet with a domain name, website name, then from anywhere we can access. That real-time example we are going to see with web hosting. And after that, we'll discuss about the project also. So project will be like for 1 week or 10 days. So to complete all the chapters, whatever I've told now, it will take 2 months. So after completing all these chapters for 1 week or 10 days, so we are going to discuss about the project. So I will write the code, like integrating the pages, implementing security, session management, like what all you will learn here. Okay, like designing and coding. Then I will be implementing all in the project. I will do it. So when you see that project and again when you do it, okay, then you will get clarity like how to work on live or real-time projects. So with that example, with that project, you can easily work on social networking sites, e-commerce websites, or you may work on any business application or any commercial application. You can use it. Okay, and here when we are working with this, when you work with this Django here, like here every day I'm going to send you the recorded session, and I will be sending you the notes also. Day-wise the notes I'm going to send. Here you can see a Django files folder is there, having some files here. And here you can see Django files 1 is there. So here you can see the notes here. So here you can see day-wise notes you can see here. All these I will be sending to your mail IDs with a recorded session or recorded class. I will send these notes. And from basics to advanced examples, here you can see this. Like here, this will show like what files to create, and it will show how where to write the code, in which file to write the code. Here you can see here. Here I'll open another file here. So here you can see what it will show us like what files to create, and here it is giving here like what files creation we can see here. And here what all examples we are going to discuss in this, all will be the real-time examples only. Like we can say that this is like a project-oriented training. Okay, because after completing the course, then students, if you want to develop a website, then I can give you guarantee that you can work on the project, live or real-time projects, because a lot of things that you are going to learn here. Okay, and here we can say that it is like here this is like a full stack development only, because here we are going to use here we'll use Python, Django, then REST API we are going to use, and with REST API we are going to use UI technologies also. So UI technologies also we are going to use here. Okay, so if I'm using all these, if I'm implementing all these, then we can say full stack web development we can say. Okay, and here when we are working with like this like Django here, and along with Django device videos and notes, I'm providing you the UI classes videos also. Like some of you may not be perfect in UI technologies. So some of you may not be perfect in HTML or HTML5. CSS, jQuery, Bootstrap, DOM, all these. So I'm going to provide the videos of UI technologies also. So here you can see. So here in this you can see 36 videos are there. So HTML, JavaScript, then CSS, jQuery, Bootstrap, like all these are there. So those who will join for Django classes, I'm going to send all these to your mail ID videos, and notes also I'm going to send here. UI technologies notes also I'm going to send. So here you can see HTML notes is there, and here you can see JavaScript notes, complete notes is there, and here you can see jQuery, then DOM, CSS, Bootstrap. So here in the classes we are going to implement all, like HTML, all we are going to use in the examples. Okay, so as I said before, here we are going to focus on both designing and coding. Okay, like in other like Django classes, like uh, they may say that they may say that only little bit of UI is discussed. So but here we are going to implement all the UI technologies here. So because we are going to focus on designing and coding, we are going to focus here, designing as well as coding. Okay, so students, yesterday I've told this. After this we'll move to the next concepts. So yesterday I've told about client side technologies and server side technologies. So in here we can see website can have static pages and dynamic pages. So in static pages, we are going to use UI technologies we are going to use. Okay. And in dynamic pages, we are going to use a template tags, a template tag code, what I said before. So we are going to use them. Okay. So here, when we are working with static pages, we are going to use all these HTML, JavaScript, CSS, jQuery, Bootstrap, DOM, all these. When you work with the dynamic pages, when you create dynamic pages, so for dynamic pages we have to use these backend or server side technologies we have to use for creating dynamic pages. So because they'll show data from the server, dynamic data from the server. So to create dynamic pages we can use ASP, PHP, JSP, servlets, ASP.NET MVC, Django, Ruby, Node.js, all these are there. So all these all these are there here. So here you are going to learn Django. It is Python based. Django framework is related to Python here. Okay. So to create dynamic pages, like many backend or server side technologies are there. Okay. And like when many server side technologies are there, like students may be having doubt like why we should learn only Django. So what is the use of this? Like all these doubts, you may have. Okay. So in yesterday's class, I've shown, like I've displayed the list of websites developed in Python and Django. In websites in internet, you have seen. Okay. And you can see like what all websites developed in Python list you will get. Even in Wikipedia also you can see all this. Okay. And here when we are working with these static pages, so in UI technologies are used. In dynamic pages, along with UI technologies, we are going to use a Python code, like files are used, like views.py, models.py, some Python files are used. Okay, along with HTML tags, along with UI technologies, we are going to use template tags, template tag code we are going to use like this. So dynamic pages contains this along with UI technologies. It contains template tags and template tag code. Okay, so these are used to work with dynamic data or dynamic information. And yesterday I've told very clearly about all this. So those who have missed yesterday's class, you can watch yesterday's demo in YouTube, or if you talk to online team, they will be sending you the yesterday's link they will send. You can watch in YouTube. You can check this yesterday's demo. Okay. Otherwise, when you join for this batch, then I will send all the videos, yesterday's video, today's, and every day, whatever videos I'll class recording is done, I'm going to send to your mail ID. Okay. And now we are going to continue with the other options here. So here when we say about Django here, so Django latest version we'll see now. Here I'm typing djangoproject.com. So when I type djangoproject.com, here you can see download. And here you can see the new version of Django. That is the Django 4.1 is the new version. It is the recent release of Django. So what all examples we discuss here for 2 months, all the examples will be in this latest version only. So here Python, I'm going to use the latest version. So here Python latest version is 3.10.6 is the latest version. And Django latest version is here you can see 4.1 is the latest version. All the examples will be in the latest version of Django and Python. Okay, so whenever we work with Django, we have to use Python. Without Python, Django will not work, because Django is the framework and Python is the language that we are using here. Python is the language, and here when we are working with Django here, so when we work with Django here, you can say backend web development framework. It is a backend or server side. Okay, and Django is a free software and it is open source. So we can open the Python files in Django or Python libraries, and we can see what code is written and what functions are created. Like all these we can check. And it is customized also. We can customize the Python files or Python modules. We can customize. So according to the requirements in the project, we can do changes. Customization can be done. And here this Django framework is completely developed using Python, and it is maintained by Django Software Foundation. Django Software Foundation here. Like Python Foundation is there, and here we can see Django Software Foundation is there here. So here the official site is djangoproject.com is there, and in this website we can download the software, and we can use the documentation also. We can download the documentation and we can use it. So in documentation here you can see this. So here download offline is there, PDF I'm selecting here, PDF. So here when I select a PDF here, so it will show the pages ebook with 2,300 pages. 2,300 pages will get. Now it is giving error here. So internal error is there. Okay. So when I click on this, it will show the ebook, which is having around 2,300 pages will be there. Okay. So like when you have doubt, if you want to search for any concept or anything, so then you can see that ebook and you can clarify. So here whatever notes I'm providing here, this notes is complete Django notes here, like whatever notes you are seeing here on the screen. So this is complete Django notes is available, like reading the book having 2,300 pages, and learning the subject means it is very difficult. If you have doubt regarding any concept, you can verify, you can refer. But learning with that book means it is very difficult. Okay, for reference, you can use it. For reference, you can use it. And here, when we are working with this Django here we are going to use design patterns here. Design pattern we are going to use. Like here you can see MVC, MVT are there. Model view controller, model view template. So MVC is used in Java, in .NET, in Ruby, in PHP it is used. So in Django, we are using MVT design pattern is used. So today we'll not discuss about what are design patterns. So why we should use design patterns while developing websites. What is the difference between developing websites with the design patterns, without design patterns? What is model view template? What is three-tier architecture? What is n-tier architecture? All these we are not going to discuss in today's session. So today we are going to discuss about some other concepts related to Django, and in tomorrow's session we'll discuss on design patterns. Okay, so MVC and MVT are they are proved and they are successfully used in IT companies for developing the websites. They are being used here. So MVC and MVT are proved and they are successfully used in IT companies for website development. Okay, and here if you want to know like what all websites developed using Python and Django. So yesterday also I've shown you this. So in internet you can check this. So here you can see popular websites developed in Python and Django here. So here you can see Dropbox, then here Google, then Uber, Lyft, and Facebook, Netflix is there for and here you can see Instagram and Spotify and Reddit, Yahoo Maps, Simunk, then Pinterest, Onion, Discuss, Washington Post, NASA, Bitbucket, and Reddit Gifts, Prezi, then Pitchfork. Like all these are there here. So all these are developed using Python and Django here. Okay, so popular sites I'm saying here. And here the same list is here I'm showing here. Same list is there. And here when you see the history of Django here. So this in 2003, this Django used as internal project for Lawrence General World news publishers. So they want to have their own news portal, the website they want to have. So they have used Django as internal project. And at that time they have provided clear documentation. So now also we can see clear documentation for Django versions. Like as I said before, So it is providing the ebook, which is having 2,300 pages. And here original edition of Django is developed by two persons here, Andrian Holoverty and Simon Willison. And like these two people, they have introduced original version of Django in 2005, July 21st, it is released here. Okay, so why they have named it as Django is like these two people, Andrian Holoverty and Simon Willison, they are the fans of this famous guitarist, Django. So with his name, they have introduced this software. And here when we say about the Django framework here we can see the top 5 features we can see here. Like many other features are there, Django is completely different from, it is different from other backend or other server side technologies. Okay, so here you can see the first one in Django framework is fast is there. So in Django, website development is very fast. So website we can develop websites quickly. Why? Because like if you take Python, so Python is called as lightweight software. So Python is called as lightweight. Okay. So lightweight meaning is write less, do more. So in Python, we can see many modules, like thousands of modules are there. Thousands of modules are existing. So by using those modules, we can develop applications or websites easily. Okay. So in Python, 90% of the coding is already done. And from our side, we'll give 10% of the coding. So if you take C, C++, Java, .NET, so we have to give 100% from our side. 90 plus 10% we should give from our side. So we need to write a number of lines. So we have to write hundreds of lines or thousands of lines in other languages. Okay. So in Python, we'll write a less number of lines of code. Okay. So coming to this Django here. So in Django, 95% already done in Python. 95%, and 5% we should do from our side. We have to do this. So like why they left 5% is for customization or to do changes according to our requirements. They left 5%. So for giving 5% in Django, then students will learn for 2 months. After learning for 2 months, again we'll see project also. Okay, so here we can see in other languages, for developing websites, it is going to take a lot of time here, days together. But in Django, website development is very fast. And here you can see in Django, like it is loaded with, it is fully loaded with all the features. Okay, so whatever is common for all the websites what we develop, like that coding or that information or content is already available here. So here you can see authentication, security, session management, administration, like all these are there here. All these are existing. So all these we can see here. Okay. So when we say about authentication, like login page, then registration page, then change password, password recovery, like all these are there here. So whatever pages which are common in every website, okay, like what I said now, like all are available here, like pages, coding, tables, all are available. And here if you want to work with security here, so creating users, managing users, giving permissions, all this is done here with the security. And session management is there here. So if you want to maintain the information, and if you want to store information, and if you want to use across pages in the website, across multiple requests and across multiple sessions, then session management is used. For maintaining information, this is used. And here you can see administration is there here. Like in every website administrator will be there. So he is going to maintain the website, maintaining the users, maintaining the tables, maintaining the data. What all changes are required, administrator will do it. Okay. So in Django, like here, all these are available with all these options here. So in Django, we are going to create a project here. So when I will give examples, for every example, I'm going to create a project. So project means what we do in the last, not that one. So when we see examples, for every example, I'm going to create a project. So in that project, we can see 6 apps are installed, 6 applications. 6 applications means 6 websites are installed, like authentication, then security, session management, administration, messages, content types. Like this, 6 applications will be there. Along with 6 applications, we can create our website. Okay, website we can create, 1 or 2 websites we can create. A project is the collection of web applications or websites. Okay, so here when we create a project, depends on the requirement, we can create 1 or 2 websites, or we can create websites for different related to different clients or companies. We can do it. Okay, so here if you want to implement all these, authentication, security, session management, administration, with 1 or 2 lines we can implement here. So no need to write big programs, or no need to write many lines. Okay, and here while developing the website, we can implement all types of securities here. So here you can see SQL injection attack is there, and here CSRF is there, cross-site request forgery, cross-site scripting, then cross-site hijacking, then stopping automated programs. All these we can handle. So no need to write programs. With 1-2 lines, we can manage all these. So SQL injection attack means the users registered in the database tables, so they are allowed to work with website. Okay, so cross-site request forgery means in internet, like whatever request sent by one user, another user can copy the request, same request, and can send it to the server. Okay, so server should identify whether the request is sent for the first time, or somebody else is sending the same request to the server, like request forgery. So server should identify, and if somebody else is sending the same request for the second time, server should reject. That we can implement here. And here we can stop cross-site scripting. So whatever script that is available in the browser, like for example, here if I'm using this website here, when I say right click, then view page source. So when I say view page source, we'll get the content here. So here in internet, some people what they'll do is they'll copy this source and they may use in their website. Okay, so if they use in their website and if they send the request, then server should identify whether the source is from another website or from the same website. If it is from another website, it should reject. And here we can see cross-site hijacking is also there. So we can handle that also. Cross-site hijacking means from one website, they will try to illegally enter into Django website. So that some will do it. Okay, so even that also we can identify, we can reject, because if they register, if they log in, they are allowed, and without registration login, if they directly enter into the website, so it is not authorized. Okay, so in internet, like we are going to use a third-party websites when you are working with online shopping websites, or when you are working with so when you are working with payments sites, online payments, like every online shopping site, every payment site will not have direct access with the bank servers. So they have to depend on third-party sites, like PayPal is there, eBay is there, and many other websites are there which are used for payments. So from one website we can move to another website for payments. That is authorized. Okay, but some people will, if they illegally enter into Django website and if they are trying to access information, that we should reject. And in Django, we can handle robot also. So robot means we'll call it as automated programs. So we'll say robot in Django, we'll say BOT. Robot means they are automated programs like run in network or runs in browser in client system, and they will fill the page and then they will submit the page to the server. Okay, so if automated programs are running and if they're submitting the data to the server, okay, then users may not get chance to register, or user may not get chance to give the information in login page or registration page or else in payment page, anywhere. Okay, so to stop automated programs which are running in the network or else in the browser, so to stop automated programs, like different mechanisms are there. In many websites, we'll see captcha will be there. Okay, so when we give login username and password in login page, will it will ask for, it will show captcha there, image with alphabets and numbers will be there. Okay, alphabets and numbers. Then when we give the details, when we type the name and password, like when we type the alphabets and numbers given in captcha, then login will be successful. So captcha we can see 3-4 times in the website, while in at the time of login, while giving the personal details or while doing payments. So many times we'll see this, because in every page they want to check whether user is giving or robot is giving. So in many websites you will see like they will place one checkbox, then we need to select I'm not robot. So when you check that, select that checkbox, then it will allow the users to work with. Okay, so whenever we are giving like important information like users details or for contact details or payment details or login details or user credentials, then captcha is used. In some websites we can see image recognition also will see, like it will show some images and it will ask us to select the specified image. So image with a tree or image with crosswalk or image with bicycle or image with eclipse, anything they may ask. So we need to select. Then the server will confirm that user is entering the details. Okay, so here when we are working with this image, this robot here, like different techniques are there. Django follows another technique or mechanism to stop automated programs. So when automated programs are running, like the drawback or disadvantage is when robot is running, when automated programs are running, then what will happen is it creates unnecessary traffic. Heavy traffic is created, then website may crash or malware or virus may be affected. Like all these are there. Okay, so to avoid all these, then to avoid all these, we have to stop the automated programs. We should not run in network or else in the browser. They should not work. All these we are going to implement with 1 or 2 lines. Whatever securities have told now, all we can implement here. And here when we are working with Django here, so Django has a scalability here. Like scalability means we can see good execution performance will be there. Like using in a Django website, 1,000 users can send the request, 1 lakh users can send the request, and they can get the response. But when you see the websites developed in Java, like banking websites, online reservations or Tatkal reservations, there we can see the like delay will be there, or performance may not be good. Okay, so like it may say processing, all these we'll see. But with Django sites, all these won't be there. Okay, and here Django is used for developing versatile applications. So whenever you want to develop different types of applications, then by using Django we can do it. So it is used to develop highly secured applications, scientific computing applications, or else if you want to develop like social networking sites, that e-commerce websites, job portals, news portals, or application for any organization, websites for any organization, government organizations, private organizations, for companies, anything. So then Django is used here. So here, whatever top features we have discussed now, all these top features are mentioned in Django project here. So here you can see here overview. So in overview here you can see this. First one is there, ridiculously fast is there. Website development is very fast. And here it is fully loaded with all the features, authentication, then security, then session management, administration, like all these can be implemented here. And next one is reassuringly secure is there. So here we can implement all types of securities here. Well, like whatever I've told now, like cross-site scripting, SQL injection, then cross-site hijacking, cross-site request forgery, like all these we can implement. And here you can see exceedingly scalable. It can meet the heaviest traffic demands. And here you can see incredibly versatile is there. Okay, so if you want to develop any type of application or any category of application, then by using this Django, it is possible here. By using Django, we can do it. Okay, so students, that's all for today. So here I've told about features of Django, some basics we have discussed, and I'm stopping now. And tomorrow we are going to continue with what is design pattern, what is MVC, what is MVT. So why we should use design patterns in Django while developing websites. Okay. And what is model view template, what is three-tier architecture, entire architecture, and what is like what is the latest approach in software development, like what is DB first, model first, code first, and all these we are going to see in tomorrow's class. Okay, and we'll see what is virtual environment, how it is going to work, like all these we are going to see in tomorrow's class. And students, if you are interested to continue the classes, you can talk to online team, and you can register for the batch, and so that I can send you the videos and notes. I can send to your mail ID. And after 2 3 classes, I'll send your classes videos and notes also. I'll send. Okay. See, job assistance and all, you should talk to like online team. You please talk, because their HR will be there. Like if any companies come to DurgaSoft for like if they have vacancies in their company, and they are going to send information to the students, definitely they'll do it related to Java or Python, Django. So they will communicate with the students, or they'll publish the job vacancies in DurgaSoft site, or they will send emails. All these they are going to do it. Okay. So anything to ask students? Any doubts if you have, you can ask me. Okay, I'm stopping now, and tomorrow we'll continue with the other concepts. Okay.